Hi everybody, this is Brian David Marshall coming to you from the Tournament Center during the World Championships here in Chiba, Japan. I'm here with Pierre Canali. You may remember him from a little affinity deck that won Pro Tour Columbus about 5 years ago. How have you been, Pierre?
Oh, very good, thank you.
So Pierre is qualified for World Championships after a kind of a heartbreaking 9th place finish at French Nationals.
Yeah.
And you had a great day one here. You went 6-0 playing a standard deck. Tell us about the standard deck.
Yeah, Sylvan Ranger made the deck for me. It's an elf deck, almost regular.
Almost regular?
Yeah.
So I think one of the most exciting things about this deck, I mean, we see a lot of the standard mana elves, right? Arbor Elves, Llanowar Elves, Joraga Treespeakers. We got kind of a random Nest Invader.
It's not random. Sometimes you need to fetch for it with a Fauna Shaman.
Right. There's Fauna Shamans in here. This is the card that seemed to be super exciting in this deck for you.
Yeah.
Elvish Archdruid. I just saw you explode with this deck.
Yeah.
Where you're playing like multiple 2/2s and 3/3 elves on the board on turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, if you don't have a lot of removal, you will have infinite mana and you can do a lot of things.
So now there's all right, we see this is a familiar sight in some of the elf decks. Eldrazi Monument.
Yeah, it's the main card of the deck, but you can't play 4 because if you have 2 in your hand, it's very bad.
Right.
So 3 is enough.
And so you have the package that came with Eldrazi Green when this first popped up. The Nissa's Chosens, the Nissa Revanes. So that little engine keeps the monument going. You just fetch one up each turn.
Yeah.
You sack it. It goes on the bottom of your deck to be researched. Wolfbriar Elementals, also nice fodder for the Eldrazi Monument.
Yeah, when you have a lot of mana, it's good.
Here, this is a card. A lot of people were excited about this when it came out. Ezuri, Renegade leader. Tell us about him. What does this guy do for you?
I didn't like it at the beginning, but in fact it's very good because you can regenerate your elf, and it's very important against Day of Judgment, Pyroclasm, and just combat tricks. It's very important you can regenerate. And obviously, when you have mana, it's almost maybe better than Monument.
Right. So every green you can leave open with this guy in play as an elf that'll survive a Day of Judgment,
yeah,
or a Pyroclasm. So and also, I mean, I watched you on just turn 6. You just turn him on, and your opponent's team is going to be devastated, and you're going to just do a ton of damage to them. Now, there's a little package here at the end. Still elves. Is Fauna Shaman.
Yeah.
Just 2?
Yeah, because it's not a great card, but sometimes it's good to go for one specific card.
Like one Sylvan Ranger sometimes to get the mana you need.
Yeah. Sometimes you need you don't have a lot of mana and you still need to feed your monument, so you can go for the
Nest Invader.
Nest Invader.
Right. You got the Molten-Tail Masticore.
Yeah. When you have a lot of mana, it's good.
How do you say Vengevine in French?
Vengevine, I think.
This is a favorite little card, but only 2 of these.
Yeah, because you have some slot in the deck against control, and we choose to play 2 Vengevine and 2 Nissa with 3 Nissa chosen instead of 4 Vengevine, because against control deck it's almost the same.
Sure. So, and how many lands do you play in the deck? I mean, you have a ton of mana over here.
And a lot of lands, because your elf don't survive a lot.
So you have 1 Oran-Rief.
Yeah, you have 23 lands.
4 of the Tectonic Edge. This card's been an all-star all weekend for people.
Yeah, it's very important because there is a lot of Valakut decks, and against blue-white control, who have a lot of non-basic land, it's very good.
7, 8,
18.
9, 10. 18?
18. Yeah,
so
23 land because you can do mana full when you have a lot of elves. When you have a lot of mana, you will win whatever with Eldrazi, with monuments, with this guy, elemental, whatever you have, you will win even if you get flooded. But when people start killing all your elves, it will be hard. So it's not a problem to have a lot of mana.
Sure.
I think I will play 24 now if I have to do it again.
Okay.
24 lands.
So the way this deck is configured, main deck, what are your best matchups?
Blue-white.
Really?
Yeah, by far. It's between 65 and 70%, somewhere between. And I've been lucky, I have meet 4.
You played against 4 of them?
Yeah, and
okay.
It's by far my best matchup.
Then do you make any changes to the deck when you're playing against blue-white, or do you leave it like this?
After sideboard?
Yeah.
After sideboard, I changed something. Obviously, 2 more.
2 more Vengevines?
Yeah, and that's it.
Okay. Talk about some of the other matchups in the format. Valakut, that's a big deck that people were worried about this weekend. I know you have the Tectonic Edges, but you have a little special something in the sideboard against Valakut, don't you?
Yeah, it's a 50-50 matchup. And the key to win the matchup is obviously Eldrazi Monument, because he can't do anything against that, except for kill you before, but there is a two packs of cards to beat him. First you have Leyline of Vitality, in order to wait for the Eldrazi Monument.
So you gain a life every time a creature comes into play?
That's not the point.
No?
No, it's +0/+1 to save the Archdruid, who saves the other elves. So you can't lose against Pyroclasm.
Okay, so they're trying to defeat you with Pyroclasm. You don't care about the extra life. You just want your guys to be, this guy to be a 2/3, and then all your other guys to be 2/3s.
2/3, yeah.
So they can't Pyroclasm you. They have to try to kill you with Valakut, or kill your guys with Valakut. And at that point, you've got the edge, and then...
And then there is a second...
this is, I think, what really makes this deck super exciting.
A second kill against Valakut.
2 copies of Genesis Wave, and 2 copies of Mindslaver.
Yeah, because if your elf can survive, you will have a ton of mana, obviously, and if you find a Mindslaver, you just kill him with his own deck.
Right.
With like Valakut, Titan, Trap, and...
Did you actually do that to people this weekend?
No, because I played only twice Valakut.
Okay.
And I always won before with those 2 cards, Leyline and Monument.
Okay.
And I didn't do it, but it's very good against Valakut, and it's good against Mono Green Eldrazi too, because he doesn't have any removal for your elf. So this is like a time walk.
Okay.
And this is enough to win always.
Right. And so, so it's largely a theoretical sideboard here.
Yeah.
So tell me about, you have 1 Obstinate Baloth. You get this guy with you're able to get this with the Fauna Shaman.
Yeah, it's 1 more card against red decks who have a lot of burn and everything. You have 5 cards.
Okay. 2 Naturalize.
Yeah, against White Winnie, because Armor is very bad against me. It's very good against me.
Which card?
Armor.
Armored Ascension?
Yeah, no.
The
equipment.
Yes, the Argentum armor.
Argentum armor.
Yeah.
So you if you can disenchant the enchantment, will go for Argentum armor. It's good.
Sure. And then Tajuru Preserver.
Yeah, I believe it will be a lot more of Mono Green Eldrazi, but there is not a lot yesterday. So
this was a little bit of a hedge against the Eldrazi decks, but you didn't really see them. So this is, you like this deck. What would you cut? You said you'd put 1 extra land in. What would you cut for an additional land?
I'm not sure. Probably some Molten-Tail Masticore.
Okay.
It's not that good, in fact.
Okay.
It's not bad because you can regenerate it against Day of Judgment and it don't die against Pyroclasm, but it's not the best card of the deck.
Sure. Well, there you have it. You went 6-0 with this deck. This seems like a great deck to take to your local FNM. Didn't have as great a day drafting today, but you're going into extended tomorrow. This is the format you won your Pro Tour in.
Yeah.
Not really, but in name at least, it's the same format. And you feel pretty excited about your deck for tomorrow?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll see you back here at the end of 6 rounds tomorrow to talk about that deck. For Pierre Canali, this is Brian David Marshall signing off from the Tournament Center.